Deliverance, Miesha Tate, and the Vietnam War are all on this day. Welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is August 18th, 2022. It is the 230th day of the year. There are 135 days left. It is the 33rd Thursday in the 34th week and the 59th day of summer. You got 35 days left until fall. Today is National Mail Order Catalog Day. What was once one of the more popular ways to do shopping is remembered each year on August 18th as it is National Mail Order Catalog Day. Remember the Sears catalog circling things for Christmas? That was some good times back then. I think I had a better time looking at the toys than actually playing with them when I was a kid. This day marks the anniversary of the first Montgomery Ward's mail order catalog. On this day in 1872, Aaron Montgomery Ward of Chicago produced a catalog designed for direct order via the mail. He aimed to remove the middleman from the business of buying and selling. As a result, he also drastically lowered prices. The very first catalog consisted of 8 to 12 single sheets of paper. On it, Ward included the merchandise for sale, price list, and ordering instructions. Before long, the Montgomery Ward's single-page list of products grew into a 540-page illustrated book selling over 20,000 items. It didn't take long for other merchants to copy Montgomery Ward's idea. One notable merchant was Richard Warren Sears. He mailed his catalog in 1896. As others entered the field, catalog sales grew. By 1971, catalog sales of major United States firms exceeded more than $250 million in postal revenue. What's interesting, some people say that Montgomery Ward wasn't the first one to do it. Benjamin Franklin may have formulated the first basic mail order concept. He produced a catalog to sell scientific and academic books. Franklin also received credit for offering the first mail order guarantee. He wrote on his mailer, "Those persons who live remote, by sending their orders and money to B. Franklin, may depend on the same justice as if they were present." Today, mail order catalogs have been replaced with the internet website. Additionally, the term mail order has been replaced by shopping online. All right, let's see what else August 18th has given us. 1864, the American Civil War, Battle of Globe Tavern. Union forces try and cut a vital Confederate supply line into Petersburg, Virginia by attacking the Wilmington and Weldon Railroad. 1940, World War II, the hardest day of air battle, part of the Battle of Britain. At that point, the largest aerial engagement in history with heavy losses sustained on both sides. 1963, the Civil Rights Movement. James Meredith becomes the first African American to graduate from the University of Mississippi. 1965, the Vietnam War. Operation Starlight begins. United States Marines destroy a Viet Cong stronghold on the Van Tong Peninsula in the first major ground battle of the war. 2005, a massive power blackout hits the Indonesian island of Java, affecting almost 100 million people. This is one of the largest and most widespread power outages in history. 2019, 100 activists, officials, and other concerned citizens in Iceland hold a funeral for a 700-year-old glacier. Or if you're British, glacier. Glaciers worldwide that have existed for centuries are disappearing in a human time scale, our lifetimes basically. This vanishing ice holds staggering consequences. Today we have over 400,000 glaciers and ice caps scattered across the Earth. That's over 5.8 million square miles of ice. Glaciers play a big part in our existence basically, and the global warming we've all heard about and sea levels rising, which is natural. It's happened many times over this planet's history. One of the biggest problems we have is population now. We have a lot of people on the Earth compared to the last few times glaciers have melted and sea levels have risen. We didn't have major cities on coastlines that could only handle the oceans going up a couple more inches. One of the biggest things glaciers do is they reflect heat from the sun out of the atmosphere, which keeps the planet cool. As the glaciers go away, that's less being reflected, the planet warms, and more glaciers go away, creating a type of snowball effect. Now, these days there is no dispute that ocean levels are rising and the planet's getting warmer. The only true debate is what level is human activity contributing to it? What should be a scientific debate has turned into a political debate. And that's what really sucks about the whole situation. So we're gonna veer away from the whole political aspect of this, and I'm just gonna tell you, if you wanna see glaciers, do it quick. A lot will disappear within the next 50 years, and the ones that remain will be considerably smaller. Movies released on August 18th, 1972, Deliverance. This is a classic Burt Reynolds movie. It starred, like I said, Burt Reynolds, Jon Voight, Ronnie Cox, Ned Beatty, and a man named Bill McKinney who had an adventure with poor old Ned Beatty. That is all anyone ever talks about when they talk about this movie. Interesting thing about Bill McKinney, who plays one of the mountain men in the movie. If you've seen the movie, he's the smarter of the two mountain men that they meet in the woods. He grew up in Chattanooga, Tennessee, but was with the Navy during the Korean War and ended up in California. When he got out, he started taking acting classes and ended up at the Pasadena Playhouse. Now, there's an amazing thing about the Pasadena Playhouse, and it's the people that came through there. Here's a list of some of the more famous ones. Wayne Brady, Angela Bassett, Ed Asner, John Ritter, Dustin Hoffman, Nick Nolte, Al Pacino, Tyrone Power, Sally Struthers, Harry Dean Stanton, Ruth Buzzy, Jamie Farr, Gene Hackman, Leonard Nimoy, David Niven, Raymond Burr, Charles Bronson, Ernest Borgnine, and more recently, Ariana Grande. But yeah, back to Deliverance. Amazing movie. It's action, it's drama, it's hysterical at some points. And Burt Reynolds played a really good role in this movie. It was kind of the first real movie where people said, hold on, he's not just a jock, this guy's a pretty good actor. Born on August 18th, 1986, Miesha Tate. She is an MMA fighter and she's from the Pacific Northwest. She is the former Strikeforce Women's Bantamweight champion who won a silver medal in the FILA Grappling Championship in 2008. She began competing in the Ultimate Fighting Championship in February of 2013 and won the Bantamweight title in 2016. She was a state champion wrestler in high school. She started training in mixed martial arts while at Central Washington University. She was named the Female Fighter of the Year at the MMA Awards in 2011. Miesha Tate is a Seattle Seahawks fan, and while she was at Central Washington University, she dated another MMA fighter named Brian Caraway. In 2014, she's credited with saving Caraway's mom's life. Chris Caraway suffered an asthma attack while scuba diving. She stopped breathing and became completely unresponsive. Miesha saved her. Miesha Tate has 2 kids, and after the birth of her second child, she went back and started fighting MMA again. I've always been impressed with her. I think she's a great fighter, and she seems like a pretty decent person. Never met her, but her fighting nickname is Cupcake. When they announce her, it's Miesha Cupcake Tate. But she's 36 years old today. Died on August 18th, 2009, we lost Robert Novak, journalist, columnist, and political commentator who hosted the Inside Report and wrote The Prince of Darkness. He attended the University of Illinois. His column Inside Report became the longest-running syndicated political column in U.S. history. Robert Novak died on August 18th, 2009 at the age of 78 due to complications from a brain tumor. He returned to his home to spend his last days with his family after being hospitalized on July 10th to the 24th. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out, have a productive day, and be nice to each other.